Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change stock options trading journey. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Today is the last day of the month, November the 30th, the last trading day of November in the year of 2023. There will never be another trading day like the one today. Good morning, Dr. J. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, everyone else who is checking in. We're grateful for you all to be here and to be a part of this journey that we are on collectively. There is no guru here. There is nothing for sale here. Just a group of people with a passion to make a living and change our lives and our families' lives, and do it through changing the SPY. We're on a journey. We haven't reached that destination yet, but we show up every day to get just a little bit better, just a little bit closer. Now, judging from what has taken place from yesterday's close at the 454.2, we can see that we had a huge gap up, about a $2 gap up all the way to the 456.5 area. And from there, she has dropped about $1, okay? Now, what does this mean? I don't know. Neither does anyone else. We will have to wait and see, but we know that Prince is in the building. Now, looking off to our right, this top right corner is the daily candle. We can see we got that first red day yesterday. These yellow lines here indicate pre-market high and pre-market low. Pre-market low is right at the 455.3 area, which is a weekly resistance level. Okay, will the market come on down? We do not know. Will it turn around and use these bears from yesterday as liquidity? If that is possible, then I would like to see a 455 call. Take it at the 456.50 area where I have this line drawn, and then take that to the upward areas of resistance that are already clearly marked out on the chart: 457, 457.5, 457.8, and 458.2 area. If we come on down, I would like to take a 456 put, okay, and go for the 454.8 area. Don't quite know where I want to get in, but it will only be where someone is in trouble. We have to let the charts form. We have to let the algos do their job. So we're just going to be patient and wait for someone to get in trouble. Follow our setups in this month strong. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As we begin today, thanking everyone for showing up. Thanking everyone for exercising their disciplines. And the phrase for today is, stop playing with your potential.
Bluetooth connected.
A little bit of a fat finger I had there.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Keeping pre-market up right now.
Bluetooth connected.
We are red for today. We'd like to see a continuation candle, but we know that this 455.2 area has acted as strong support in the past. We now have a new 5-minute candle starting. And I went ahead and got in that one. Let me show you where I got in at. Right here. And I'm going to be a little patient with this one. clear area that I want to see and test the profits. I'll be very patient with this. We had a lot of liquidity with the pre-market bears. Good morning, Dan. Dan is in the building. I'm definitely going to be patient. Dr. J is in the building. Again, being very patient with the move. Being very, very patient with the move. In a very nice large winner right now. In a large winner right now. Yes, excellent trade. Excellent trade. Excellent trade. Thank you, guys. Definitely had to be patient on that one, but there was a gap to be closed. And so once I saw that gap being closed, as I looked left, and I follow this line all the way left, you can see right here, there's a little liquidity right here. It could go past it, yes it could, but at least I knew that that would be a clear profit-taking area for me. Beautiful trade, absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm gonna just be patient with anything else that may present itself today, because I don't need to take another trade after that. So the market would definitely have to convince me to trade again.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yeah, all you need is one good trade. That's it. One good one. Dan, I'm out for the day. Were you in that trade as well, Prince? Huh? Prince, were you in that trade too? Oh man, awesome. Okay, awesome. Yes, absolutely. Then you feel the same way I do. Okay, let's go ahead and recap that, guys. What we had was yesterday's close here at the 454.2 area. And then post-market, okay, the market grinded up, all right? And then pre-market, the market continued to grind it up. This was a lot of liquidity for the bears to be able to use. Not only that, it was a profit-taking opportunity for the late bulls who got in yesterday off this bounce. They were up this morning, and the first thing they started doing was taking profits so that they would put some money in their pockets, at least protect their position, okay? Also realizing this is an area where they would also have to show up at, okay, and double down and average down. If they give up this 454.2 area, we can expect further continuation down. But we see that the bulls showed up yesterday at this area, so it was only, understandably that they would do the same thing now. Now, my first profit-taking area was this 454.8, but when we blew through it with that candle, then I had to, hold on just a little bit longer till I saw it at least reach this 454.6 area where there was some liquidity there. Now, do I wish I would have held a runner? No, because on the next candle, it bounced all the way back up and broke through support, and I probably would have gotten out there for a smaller gain, on that runner than me getting out altogether. This move here was, I didn't see it coming, okay, but nonetheless, we just sit here and wait, give the bulls a chance to, you missed that move, I missed it too. We give the bulls a chance to respond, and what we can do now is, being that we're back here playing at the 454.2 area, we can go ahead and eliminate pre-market so we can really get a clearer version of what's going on. Let's go ahead and get out there. Yeah. Okay, now this is what we have going on here. Let's go ahead. We can slide it over just a little bit more to this here, because this is where we're at. This is no longer valid. It's been exposed. However, this 454.2 line once again is showing to be a very strong area of support, as it has bounced several times in the past. We also have to be careful with the break of this area, because there has been some tomfoolery in the past where the bulls have allowed the bears to break and breach the area only to buy up the lower prices at the 454 area, trapping those bears, squeezing them. This has happened several times before at this level. As we go back all the way to last Monday, this is that 454.2 area. Bounce, 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 bounce. You got under it. It's like a magnet, came right back to it. Got away from it because it had these bears to use as liquidity. Okay, these bears got trapped and kept running, touched on that 456, came right back down to 454.2. Bounce, bounce. Whew. 458, guess what? Right back to the 454.2. Something about this magnet number right here. Beautiful move that's being taken place right now. Still early though. It's still early.
Bluetooth disconnected.
And the stock has to move. So we can't be surprised at the movement of the stock. And we also know what happens at this area, so we can't be surprised to see a little bit of a bounce. In this case, yes. In this case, yes. The early bird got the worm, but we still have the infamous 10 o'clock candle. And really, I'm not even supposed to trade until 10 o'clock. But I just saw the liquidity as yesterday evening. We had the break of a V pattern right here, which presented a wonderful, wonderful put that I took yesterday evening when we weren't on air. That's bananas right there. But I don't trust it. Again, I do not offer financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a teammate sharing with you what I see the market is telling us. Right now, it's telling us to be patient. We had a 9:45 and we have a 10 a.m. report coming in, and don't forget Powell is scheduled to speak tomorrow. And speaking of Powell speaking tomorrow, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and shout out our first sponsor, which is T-shirts for Traders. Thank you, T-shirt for Traders. And this is one of the shirts they have on Powell. I like this one. I'm definitely gonna probably order me this one. It pretty much sums it up. Thank you, T-shirt for Traders, for sponsoring some real change stock trading journey. Thank you, Aaron, and everyone else. Back to the charts. Again, looking all the way back at last Monday, we just see that the money is really being made breaking away from this area. It is. So for me to be comfortable, guys, taking another put, I would like to see one of our famous trades in the playbook, the break of the V. I like to see this thing come on down. Maybe not that far. Come back, retrace. Come on in. Okay. And then give me this break of structure to get in. That's what I would look for. Like a number 4. Number 4, exactly. That's what I would have to see to take a put down in this area. Because history has shown us to take calls. It is what it is. However, the market is still red for today. That is great. What pays more depends on the delta. Prince asks, what pays more, calls or puts? It depends on the actual delta. Let's say, for example, we wanted to take a call right here at this area. Okay, the price is trading at 454.70. Come right here, and we will look at today. The 454s, we'll probably look at the 453s. Come from over here, the delta is 80 cents, which is phenomenal. Even the 454 is 60 cents. This means for every dollar that the SPY chart moves, you gain 65 cents per contract. So you could just multiply that. So let's say if you took 10 contracts and the stock price went from 454.90 to 455.90 at 10 contracts, you would make $680. So the delta is very important. It lets you know, and you can see these are in the money and they have high delta, and the price is very high too. Why? Because they're in the money. Those that are out the money, okay, the delta is very low, the cost is very low, the risk is very high, but the profit potential is magnanimous. Coming from 31 to 49 to 66, imagine being in this at that level. Okay? But it all depends on the delta. So when you look at your options contract, okay, you see what the last price is, 455.07. So 455 would be at the money, and that delta's 52. 456 would be out of the money, and that's very low at 34 cent delta. Now if you come up here to 454, which is almost $1 underneath this, the price is 455, you take a 454, which is in the money, that's 69 cents. Time 10 contracts, the stock moves $1, you just made $680. Just like that. And again, what do we say? History has shown us that at this area, you take calls. That's just what you do. So I apologize for not taking a call with you guys, but I did want to identify what was going on, as well as the stock is coming upon a ceiling. So much so that I probably need to go ahead and change the color of it, because it is a true ceiling right now. And it is a weekly area of resistance that the stock was able to break through. Now coming back again. Well, it was weekly support and it busted through it. Now it's coming up to see if it's going to be resistant.
What is important to you?
Let's go ahead and change that. Appropriate. No such thing as a missed trade. The market will always present opportunities. Man. Saying to myself, wow, was that a good time for that lesson? Because we missed that call. And it was a great opportunity to get in right here. So this will definitely be on one of the recaps, end of day, where we had the break of the most recent red 5-minute candle, along with the break of VWAP. Take it right to the nearest area of resistance. That is the trade. Like it who likes it, don't like it who don't like it. But that is the trade. And we missed it. That's it right there, guys. Also, it is the break of an inverted V as well on the line chart. As you guys know, I love to give those goods up to you. Show you right here the upside down fork. Look at that. Anybody see it? The upside down fork. That's an area we should have entered for a call. But I was explaining what needed to be explained. It's a very good question, and thank you for that. Hope you guys can forgive me for missing that call right there. I should have called out. But there is liquidity here that the bulls can use. With the break of this resistance area, it forces these holding on bears and these bears to now cover. So you get it being a nice little appropriate squeeze. We can see that the bulls have finally shown up. As we talk about every day, the bulls started revealing themselves. Does anyone see it? Absolutely, right here. What are they doing? Buying up lower prices. Even though this is a red candle, who's in control? Who has the sentiment of this candle? The bulls. How can you tell? Because we have this support level here. The price never closed beneath it. Yes, it stuck its toes below it, but it never closed beneath it. Not since yesterday did we have it on the line itself. This time it just touched the line and kept closing above it. Then finally the bulls revealed themselves. Aha! We're here, forcing these little guys right here to go ahead and squeeze. That's how you got this huge elephant green candle right to resistance. What is happening right now? A talk, a conversation. Do they want to continue to push? Will the bears come back in right now and spend more money to try to squeeze these bulls? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. There is a call if this breaks, because these bears will get squeezed. If not, be patient. The bears will show up in force to try to liquidate these bulls for a push down further. So there is a play. A call here. A put if we close below VWAP. Don't mind waiting if you do. At 9:58 and some change, you might as well wait for that 10 o'clock candle to roll on around. Look at that 30-minute candle. See what that 30-minute candle is looking like as well. Will we have a continuation candle? Okay, but if you look at that 30-minute candle, she's looking like a missile right now. She's looking like a very strong hammer, red hammer. You can clearly see if you're looking at your 30-minute chart, the trickery of the bulls. The trickery of the bulls, allowing the price to get pushed down. Yeah, we jumped right on that, but knowing to get off of this ride, because this was a dangerous one. Those bulls came right back in, and as we take further steps back and go from the 1 minute to the 5 minute to the 30 minute, you can clearly see what is going on. Even to the daily, you can see we had a very strong red candle that finally broke beneath yesterday's close. But then what did it do? Touched that basis of 454.2 and bounced, and taking a lot of bears with them. The only question is, will the bears get squeezed? Will this candle flip green? If it does, it's a very nice push, at least back to the 456.50, because that's pre-market high. Till then, stand by.
أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب العباد
Bluetooth connected.
وانتشت روحي
Bluetooth disconnected.
وصار الدمع يجري يا إلهي خذ بقلبي للرشاد أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب.
Again, guys, remember I called it out, the 10 o'clock candle. But remember I also said the close below VWAP. So be careful with this. Be careful. Be careful.
في سكون الليل أدعو في سجودي
Yes, but it's a positive 2 deviation. The green line is also VWAP. Yes, it's positive deviation, positive 2 deviation, negative 2 deviation. And then the yellow line is the main thing. You can find that right here. If you click this icon right here, you can see VWAP, negative 2 deviation, positive 2 deviation for the day. Again, completely transparent on this channel. Ask me anything. And also mention that this is what we will be looking for to possibly take a put, but we specify a close below VWAP. Under VWAP means the sellers are in control. Under VWAP means the stock is typically has a more bearish sentiment, and like Prince said, that would mean the sellers would be in control. This is a dynamic candle. Let's not get it twisted now. Googity Bob. Googity Bob. But there's so much time left on this 5-minute candle that you would have to be in quickly, in and out. In and out. It's too much time for me. Too much time. The bull too doggone sneaky. Now, continuation candle, and we in. Guys, we get a close anywhere down here. Officially, these guys will be underwater. These guys will want to save the very last of their position, and a continuation candle will be our money candle. Get ready. Still a lot of time. A little under 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. We definitely got a line in the sand. That's for sure. We got a line in the sand. I went ahead and drew that line right there in the sand for you guys, because that is a point where there is going to be a discussion. You can see it has been like that previously. Here, 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 here. The breaking of this line, continuation through this support, breaking of this 454.2 area. Be synonymous. Anyone is in on this candle, congratulations. Ooh, wait, man, these lines are amazing. These lines are amazing. Let's give it up for the lines. You know, let's give it up for the lines. Okay? Let's give it up for the lines. Are we not noticing that these lines are really helping and stock are respecting these lines? Yeah, let's give it up for the lines. Man. Of course. That was a call right there with all of that liquidity just provided by the bulls. Of course. Of course it's going to bounce again at the 454.2, just like it did previously. Of course. At least a VWAP. Not surprised by that. But again, now we are starting to see a picture. We're starting to see a clear picture, guys. We're consolidating between the 455.2 and the 454.2. can make money within here, but let's understand clearly what's going on. We're consolidating. What chart is best used for the SPY? The 1 minute or the 5 minute? The 5 minute is, my opinion, is better to use to identify structure and plays. The 1 minute is good for entries. A lot of times the 1 minute chart can fool you. Generally speaking, Prince, as you continue to look at further and further time frames, the picture begins to come clearer and clearer. Okay? For example, even though we do have this action by the bulls right now, it is looking very bearish today. As we take a step back and look at the daily chart, what is happening on the daily chart? Once again, contesting with yesterday's close. Look at the 30-minute chart. That huge bullish move right now is being beat up by the bears. The bears are really, really attacking that move. The bulls did come back at the 454.2 and buy again, yet again. But that is a lot of liquidity if they have to hit the oh shit handle. Ooh-wee! It'll be a nice flush. Because that is where they will be in trouble. That's what we identify. Where would the bulls be in trouble? Right here. Other than that, if no one is in trouble, guess who's in trouble? You are in trouble. We don't want that. So we just have to be patient. And this is the benefit from looking at longer time frames. Red on the day, red on the 30 minute. Okay? And on this one, she was red on the 5 minute. With all of those lining up together, can't be mad if anyone definitely don't want to be in trouble. Can't be mad if anyone took this one. I just have no reason to risk any profit, but we still want to identify and call out what's going on. I would love to join a squeeze with big candle droppings, or I would like to join call with big elephant bars pop. But it does appear that we are starting to trend. It does appear that way. I'm on my algos right now. This is what we looking like today on the algo. It does look like we're starting to downtrend, but again, this is that level here. You can even see it clearly here, that 454.2 area right here. This is the 1 minute chart. Okay, we do have a liquidity grab that the bears can use right here with this bullish move. This will give you a liquidity grab. And if we break below this 454.2, you will then see all of these bulls who will have to cover. That's what we would want to join in on. That's very easy money. That's very easy money. Finding, identifying where someone is in trouble and then capitalizing on them being in trouble. But it's so important that you just be patient and wait. And this is why, this is the difference between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. That's the difference. This is 1 minute action. This is 5 minute action right here. And it's easier to see here the bulls activating. Okay, you don't really see it here, you'll just see these big wicks. But understanding what's going on, that's where you're able to verify it on the 1 minute. But I do use the 1 minute to identify the algos. I do use the 1 minute to see what is going on. But I watch the 5 minute to make all my decisions. I will only use the 1 minute when I get ready to enter the trade. But decisions are made clearly on the 5 minute because the 1 minute can fool you. Okay? Again, we've identified the bouncing, the consolidation that is being done. Yeah, the SPY does move fast. Amazing. She has broken structure. This could be a liquidity grab. See that right there. Should be a liquidity grab. Left shoulder, head. Make a right shoulder here. Get above this 455.30 area and take off. Possibly. Anything is possible, but no one knows. We're just identifying what's going on. Just calling out what we see. But there's a huge head and shoulders right here. A huge one. Again, we have the liquidity grab right here. We have a head. We get another. And we're having it right now. With this pullback. And she hasn't pulled back anywhere near VWAP. This is a great run. Could be a great run. Great potential call, guys. It's worth me getting in for a little something just to see. I'm sorry. Let me show where I got in at, guys. As I told you, there would be a liquidity grab here. I saw the right shoulder, so I just want to get in and get some of these profits. I'm not going to be greedy. Let me just take the profits as they present themselves. As I look left, I see right here we do have resistance, immediate resistance. Not saying that it won't go past it, but that there will be a conversation right here. So I didn't want to wait and be a part of that conversation. So as soon as I looked left and saw that there was a conversation right here, I decided to go ahead and get out of my position for some quick profits. And all I simply did was just add a cheeseburger today for my lunch. So now I can get another cheeseburger. It was a cheeseburger move. But again, realizing that we are still at resistance. Let's talk about that. Now let's talk about the fact that we just double topped. Now let's talk about the fact that the bears just ate up this particular move. Now let's talk about the fact that the bulls can be used as liquidity if they do not hold on to this candle with little less than 30 seconds left on this candle. I stuck my hand in a cookie jar. I grabbed just a couple cookies and got out the way. But now, again, going back in this range. Gets to the top of the range, it drops. Gets to the bottom of the range, it pops. Gets to the top of the range, it could drop. But when it gets to the bottom of the range, it definitely pops. So to just be patient and see what's happening. Yes, thank you, Dr. J. If you guys don't mind, please give the video a like. And that's what we have here right now, guys. Just sideways consolidation. Just best to be safe right now. If you don't mind, please give the video a like. Let me show you what I mean. Also on the line chart. On the line chart, you can clearly see that we're just consolidating, guys. We're just consolidating. Okay? We're just consolidating. Okay? There is that opportunity to break out above this. Let's go ahead and show what that would look like. It would be a move like this. Then we want it to come back down. Okay, make that number 4. That upside down number 4. Okay. Man, I got a problem. Sorry, guys. Only like 3 of my fingers. There we go. That's what we want to see. We want to see that thing come on up, come on back down. Okay, give us that number 4, break the structure, inverted V. That will reinsure that call. I jumped on it because I knew there was going to be a push anyway once it got over it. That's why I didn't stand it long. It was definitely a scalp trade. Didn't even stay in it for the full 5 minutes. I just want to identify where on the chart would the bears be in trouble and have to cover and push. And that is still this area. Because nonetheless, we are still red on the day. Not as red as we were, but we are still red on the day. The bulls are in control. Don't get that twisted. But we are still red on the day. And there is always an opportunity for somehow, somewhere, some bears to come in bravely and use these bulls as liquidity and push us further down. Will it happen? I don't know. Once again, this line is being respected and acknowledged more so. It's being acknowledged. The 30-minute chart. Look at your 30-minute chart. Unbelievably. Unbelievable. Look at your 30-minute chart. Then you will clearly see exactly what I mean with that bullish action. Look at the bottom wicks on your 30-minute chart. You'll see the trickery, guys. You see the trickery. Understanding the sentiment of the candles is so key. Unless you know what these guys are thinking. I don't care what kind of analysis they do. Fundamental, technical, CNBC, Wall Street Trapper, any other cocoonery and buffoonery that's out there. Regardless of what you do, regardless of who you work for, regardless of how much money you have under management, you still have to press the buy and the sell button. And when you press that buy and the sell button, it's gonna leave a mark. And if we study those marks, we can get real familiar with how the market responds. And right now, she's responding the way she always has. She leaves a trace. That's why we show a little bit more than just today. We bring the previous day in so that we can get a little bit more better perspective. So we keep ourselves calm and don't get too excited, because we know that even though she's coming down now, we know she has the ability to come down now, fake you out down here, and turn around and break out and make a new high. We wait. We wait. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not offer financial advice, but as a sincere teammate from one to another, leave us alone right now. Leave this alone right now. This is an opportunity to set alerts. Let me know when you get back down here. Let's try it again. Maybe she might knock on the door and bust right through it this time. Okay? Little less than 2 minutes on this candle. And again, you will want to see it close below VWAP. This was a phenomenon. This is a phenomenon. That 1 5-minute candle would just keep going. Was closer to normal. It was a regular sized body candle. But the good thing about this is that this candle used this previous bullish elephant candle as liquidity. And that's how it was able to come all the way down. We have a nice shooting star here. We do have price trading below the shooting star. appropriate put if you wanted to get in that would have been to take that from this area to VWAP. Anything above VWAP, if you short, VWAP better be your first exit. If you short above VWAP, you better cover above VWAP. Generally, or as my guy Ducks would say, typically, we would have liked to see this thing bounce, hit VWAP, and then break back down, but it didn't. It did the exact same thing that happened to the Bulls. It happened to the Bears. They got used as liquidity as the Bulls went from this exact same size candle, price-wise, from the low to the high. What a nice squeeze. Again, this type of back and forth action is just dangerous, and it's all happening within a dollar. Remember, big banks, they have to trade no matter what. You and I don't. So let's stop playing with our potential. Develop a muscle of patience. And there's your trade there. If you so desire to get in a put, we had to close below VWAP. Your stop would be above VWAP. Your profit target would be 454.4. I'm not doing it because I don't like taking trades in the middle of the chart. I like taking trades out of demand or out of support coming in force. But in the middle of the chart, you're halfway to nowhere. When you take trades in this area, you can always use support. The break of it is your exit. You take trades in this area, you can always use resistance. The break of it as your stop. But when you take a trade in the middle of the chart, you're on the road to nowhere. We've reached 10:32, guys. Typically, we go to 11 o'clock, and this would definitely be one of those days. We had a lot of that action because of the speaker we had at 10 o'clock. But other than that, it's really a low volume day, if anyone has looked. Wondering if this stock is gonna reach this, puts me in a mind frame. Will it make it? Will it make it? Go 5-minute candle. Will the 5-minute candle make it? Who knows? Will there be a squeeze? Who knows? Who knows? That's how we feel it.
Bluetooth connected.
That's how we feel as we see it approach resistance. Crazy day so far, absolutely, Prince. Let's be grateful for those of us who've been able to put your hand in a cookie jar. It's a crazy day. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to fight for.
Bluetooth disconnected.
It is a lot to fight for. A lot to fight for. And let's break that psychology down. Man, let me tell you something. With all of these gaps that we've had on this daily chart, if these bulls are not able to sustain this day and they allow these bears to get under yesterday's low, my goodness. My goodness. Oh, it's going to happen. It may not happen today. Who knows when it's going to happen? But that's just the reality of it. You have a lot of bulls here that will have to cover if we get to trading below this area. If they get to sparking that turnaround, that reversal. They don't want this to be reversal. They want this to be a pause as they go on and try to test the highs of the 459. 2 consecutive red days, especially with this size body of a grizzly bear candle, would definitely spark profit taking and make people talk about a reversal. So understanding that part, you understanding why the bulls are fighting so hard today. They can't give this up. Or they give this up, it is Geronimo. But like I said, the bulls have been making so much money since the 450 area. They're not in trouble yet. They're not in trouble. But look at this. Anything below here, they might want to protect profits. Not that they would be in a losing position, but just imagine you wake up and you've gone from 50,000 to 30,000. You might want to say, hey, if I get to 28, I'm going to stop. Regardless of where they might be in their position, regardless of what the amount of money is, where on this chart, if you are a bull, would you hit and press and set up your stop out? Where? Where? And that is where all the action is going to happen. Where on this chart, okay, if you're a bear, do you want to say, hey, this is no longer looking any good for today. Let me go ahead and get out of this. And all of that is above this area. Okay? So again, understanding the sentiment, understanding the psychology makes it easier to be committed to a move when it takes place. Doesn't matter for which team. We just identify what the play is for each team. Look at this cocoonery and buffoonery. Look at this. Whoever could have guessed this? This is just back and forth liquidity. This is dangerous. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Bluetooth connected.
Exactly, Prince. Wow, that candle. Who can predict that candle? Not me. Not me. I can tell you what though. It puts us in a position here. We're gonna have the exact same thing happen, or we're gonna get that continuation down. But other than that, it's a lot of liquidity that the bears just provided. So of course, another bounce here, just 454.2 area. Boy, be on standby for the break and continuation downward. Be on standby for that. That'll be a nice one. Very dangerous day. Do not feel bad. Sit on the sidelines and watch this. Every inch it goes up, more and more bears have to cover. It's just phenomenal. Once again, that line. Just give it up for the line, man. Give it up for the line. All we do is present the information. What you do with it is up to you. It's definitely early though. As Prince just reiterated, it is still early though. And we know that this stock moves anywhere from $4 to $5 is the range. It's also Prince's way of telling me to stay on here today. But I am going to take my, at 11 o'clock, of course, though. I'm going to take my kibbles and bits and split.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Had that fat finger slip up first thing in the morning. I was super pissed about that. It happens. Remain calm. Keep your composure. Wait for your trade to present itself to execute. There she goes.
Bluetooth connected.
Careful if you choose to get involved. I would personally wait to see it close and then a continuation candle. My advice. Definitely a good day to scalp, but don't get caught out there, especially at this area. That'd be absolutely crazy to get caught here at 454. However, if we get a close below that 454 and another continuation candle, have at it. Have at it. But don't play. And this is why sometimes, regardless, you have to identify the algos, what is happening, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Again, I also mentioned that we have very low liquidity today. As I've always do, let me show you the liquidity. Look at the liquidity today. This is in the thousands. We're normally in the millions. As the market has shown us time and time again, the question is, will she get to VWAP? The first time she did it, she went to VWAP, came back down, turned around. Second push, all the way through VWAP, right to resistance. It's a great day to range trade, because you can literally short at resistance, buy support, and do that all day. Using VWAP is your take profit area for at least half on the way down and on the way up. I'm just taking a quick scalp. I mean, the quickest scalp. Quickest scalp. Doggone it, I ain't y'all. I tried to scalp that sucker so bad. Damn, I was late on that. Come on, sucker. I ain't familiar with you. Gosh almighty, I was so close. Doggone it, I was so close. Trying to scalp that, grab that quick money. Couldn't get executed. Still got a little bit more time for one more push. Man, could not get executed. Beautiful trade. Took it right to the doggone line. So I knew what was going on. It won't happen again though. Bet. Come on, girl. What you doing? There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm done for the day. And that is the result of low volume. Let's talk about that. And I would definitely watch that on the replay. I had that order in as soon as it hit the line. It didn't get triggered because the volume was low. I had to go on a ride, go a little bit negative, wait for it to come back, okay, till it got back in that area and take that profit. That's what low volume will do. Even when you have a move that makes sense, it doesn't make sense. So, and you can see, you saw it up there. I didn't get executed. I'm sitting on the line and I didn't get executed. But once again, let's give it up for the lines. And again, as we identified, below the 454.2 will be a great area for those of you who are not as risk adverse as I am and want a little bit more confirmation. You will have that coming up here in less than 10 seconds. For if we get the close below this 454.2 and another red candle continuation through the 454, jump on board and get you some money. But be patient. Let's see. Let's see. Be patient. Be patient. That's what I'm waiting for, that 454.9 break. Absolutely right, Dr. J. You get this 454 break, you will see a flush. I myself am done for the day, even though this is what I would call a false breakout. This is nothing but a move by the bulls just to use these bears as liquidity, letting it get below that 454.2 to tempt the bulls, but to tempt the bears. But I knew to jump in on that candle and get out within that candle, even before the candle closed, to maximize the potential profit. But understanding the sentiment and the reality of what's going on as we identified everything today, the bulls have to put up a fight. Giving up this 454 area would be tremendous. So if you've been waiting on a play and you want to make a put, wait for the break of the 454. We are now in a downtrend. We have lower highs. As we look here, as the agreements between bulls and bears right here at the 454.3 area, price should not go any higher than that. And then we now have another agreement at the 454.5 area, an agreement temporarily between the bulls and the bears. The price should not go any higher than this. So that would indicate a lower high. Okay. We've also noticed that with this agreement between the bears and the bulls, we've now put in a lower low. So actually, if we want to move the hot spot here, let's go ahead and move that hot spot. And recalibrate it and identify it. It's right there. That is now your hot spot. Really with the confirmation of the break of the 454. Now using this support line as resistance. Look at it. Respecting the lines, acknowledging the lines. Using this 454.2 area as resistance. It's very infamous. I'm not going to even bother changing the color on this one because it flip-flops so much. Who knows? But this is pressuring us towards that second red day. That will look so good for the bulls. If they protect this, it will look so bad for the bulls. They let it go.
Bluetooth connected.
Yes, please. Thank you, Dr. J. Everyone,
Bluetooth
if you
disconnected.
don't mind, if you would please give the like, smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out Humble Trader. And thank you guys for those who did hit the like button. We're normally in the millions. On the volume. We did have a volume surge here, but we're still nowhere near millions. Everybody can look at the volume, see the daily volume. It's very low today. Doesn't mean the market is not going to move. Oh, it's still going to move. Just want to be careful, that's all. There is a liquidity grab here. It's the left shoulder, here's the head. You could get a right shoulder formation and break right through this. Very well could happen. Again, doing what she always does. Bounce at the 454.2. Hope you guys are starting to see this and understand what's going on. Yes, you can see the stark contrast of the volume on the daily chart. Absolutely. Still enough to squeeze. That's what's happening right now. It's a slow grind day. That's what it really is, guys. We still stuck between that 454.2 and the 455.3. Beautiful range day. My goodness. Just to buy support, sell it, supply, buy supply, buy resistance. Shorter resistance, cover demand, cover support. Man, it's been wonderful for day for that. But this right here is weekly resistance, and this is daily support. But it has lined up with supply and demand intraday also. But the bouncing back and forth between the two has been phenomenal for range traders. Excellent day for a range trader. All you simply do is use the top of the break of resistance as your stop out area. The close above it, and there has not been one. Same thing here. The close below it. It happened once, but then these bears got used as liquidity. Squeeze. It's amazing. It's amazing the games that are being played, though. Don't want to overtrade this. right where I put this line at 455.5. The stock will go from red to green on the day. There'll be a massive potential squeeze. So I told you I identified some liquidity here. Left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder breakout. The exact opposite is this in reverse. Come through it, stand on it, take off. Yes, it does. Aaron just said, seems the bulls are still in control on the 30-minute chart. Aaron is absolutely correct. It's an excellent position, point to buy in. I hate to buy in the middle of the chart, but exactly, if you felt that way, this would have been the position to take the call. Once we closed above the 454.2 to get in here, using the bottom of this as your risk. That is the safe call. Getting out at the end of the 5-minute candle puts money in your pocket. Your runners, you allow them to be your home run. But as Aaron has pointed out, and everyone does look at their own 30-minute, it looks like the bulls are standing on stilts. They've been buying up so many lower prices. It's ridiculous. Them flipping this day, though, could be phenomenal. It has kept me on past 11 o'clock. As you guys know, I will be back to do an end of day recap where the trades were and the trade of the day. We identified today was a consolidation day. We identified that there were some opportunities to make some money here. Some clear calls. Let's go ahead and identify that before I get off. There was an opportunity to take a call here as she came out of demand, but at the point where she was breaking over the most recent 5-minute red candle chart, that would have been an entry. Your stop would have been beneath the candle. Your profit target would have been resistance. There was another opportunity here where we had this doji. Once we got trading beneath the doji, there was an opportunity to go ahead and take a put there, with your first profit target being VWAP and your second profit target being the end of the 5-minute candle itself, unless you went on ahead and got out at support. Here, I can't honestly say. Here, if you wanted to acknowledge the fact that you had the same trade as before in the exact position with the exact same thing happening, you had the green kept the green bullish, then you had the red doji followed by the huge bearish red candle with the break of the low of the doji here. VWAP being your first profit target, the end of the 5-minute candle being your second one. Can't honestly call this one. Can't honestly say that one either. But can honestly say that once we got below this 454.2, that was an excellent opportunity for the bulls to use the bears as liquidity. So once we quickly bounced back, closed above it, this would have been a great place to take another trade. VWAP being your first profit taking area, the end of the 5-minute candle being your second. Again, with all of these entry candles, using the candle itself, the break of it, the flip of it, as your exit, and in this case, that would be below support. In this case, that would be above resistance. In this case, that would be below support. And those so far are our trades by 11 o'clock, in my opinion. In my opinion. We've also identified there's a lot of low volume today in the market. And we've also identified that we are consolidating between a little bit more than $1 range today. We've identified the area where there would be a big move in action, and that is the break of the 455.5 area. And we did identify the area, and that we have some good put action that will be below the 454.2 with the close and continuation candle. So set alarms, preserve your mental capacity. Thank you for joining us. I will be observant at the 1 o'clock hour. And if I see something that excites me, or if I see something that is non-deniable, we will come back live. Other than that, we will do the end of day market recap. Thank you guys for joining. Shout out to everybody who got money today. Shout out to everybody who understood the explanation today. I myself, when we get off, I have some homework to do, and that is I will be finishing up the playbook to get that ready for you guys. And thank you again for hitting the like button, and thank you again to T-Shirts for Traders for sponsoring us. This is Abdul Shabazz for some real change, and that's what we are on here doing. We are really trying to make some real change in every sense of the word. Stock options trading journey. God bless you. Thank you for coming out.